Look around you. Look at your workspace, your product roadmap, your calendar. What do you see? You probably see progress. You see a list of features, a stack of projects, and 100 good ideas that you're planning to implement. You think that adding more is the same as growing. You think that complexity is a sign of sophistication, but you are wrong. You are running from the only thing that can save you, the brutal cut. Most people spend their entire lives building a safe business, hiding in the comfortable corridors of their own mediocrity. They fear the sting of simplicity, the burn of cutting away the unnecessary, and the brutal reality of true innovation. They think that if they add more noise, more features, and more safe choices, they are building an empire. But the truth is far colder. Complexity is the enemy of greatness. Minimalism isn't just an aesthetic, it is the most lethal weapon in your business arsenal. Let's talk about Steve Jobs. Not the version you see on motivational posters, but the man who was feared for his surgical precision. When he returned to Apple, the company was drowning. It had dozens of products, chaotic product lines, and engineers who were tired and uninspired. They were doing more than ever, and they were dying. Jobs didn't save Apple by working harder. He saved it by being the most ruthless man in the room. He took a whiteboard, drew a simple 2x2 grid, and demanded that the team cut everything except for 4 products. The engineers were horrified. "This is our future," they said. "This is our revenue." Jobs looked at them and said, "No, this is our distraction." He understood what you refuse to admit. Every feature you add is a debt. Every good idea that you aren't 100% committed to is a thief. It steals your focus, it steals your resources, and most importantly, it steals your customer's ability to understand what you actually do. If you confuse your customer, you lose your customer. Period. Why is this so hard for you? Because you are afraid of the void. You are afraid that if you strip away the noise, you will be left with nothing. You are afraid that your core idea isn't strong enough to stand on its own. This is the liminal trap. You are standing in the hallway of your own potential, terrified to open the door because you don't know what's on the other side. You prefer the clutter. The clutter is safe. It gives you excuses. I would have succeeded, but I had too much on my plate. I would have launched, but I needed to fix these 3 features first. The reality? You're not busy. You're just cowardly. True minimalism is not about removing things for the sake of emptiness. It is about removing the irrelevant to amplify the essential. Think of it like sculpting. You don't create a statue by adding clay to a pile. You create it by chipping away the stone that doesn't belong. What does not belong in your business? What does not belong in your life? If you can't answer that question immediately, you aren't a CEO. You're just a collector of distractions. You need to build brain calluses to survive the pain of subtraction. Subtraction hurts. It feels like losing a piece of yourself. When you kill a feature that you spent months working on, you feel the burn. Good. Let it burn. That burn is the feeling of your brain callousing over the weakness of sentimentality. Jobs didn't care about his team's feelings. He cared about the product. He was the ultimate master of his own suffering because he was willing to be hated by his own staff to create something that would change the world. Are you willing to be hated? Are you willing to kill your darlings? Are you willing to be the only person in the room who says no while everyone else is saying maybe? We are ending the era of more. We are entering the era of the essential. If you want to build an empire, stop trying to be everything to everyone. Be one thing to the right person. The path to greatness is not a staircase of 1,000 steps. It is a single, narrow path that requires you to drop everything you are carrying before you can even begin the climb. You are waiting for a comfortable moment to simplify? That moment is a lie. There is no comfort in the furnace of greatness. Drop the extra projects. Kill the side features. Silence the noise. Drop a comment below. Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. What is the one thing you are doing in your business right now that is distracting you from greatness? Cut it out today. Write it in the comments and commit to the vision. Subscribe and turn on notifications for your reality check. Stop imitating. Start building something that matters. Stay focused.